Yeah, man.
Sure, let's get fired up.
I need some glow sticks and do the whole whoa thing.
Yeah, we need to bring some people here for a rave party.
Right?
Some kind of phone
what I'm
party
talking about.
shit, man. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm good. What is today? Shit, I don't even know.
It's Wednesday? Wednesday, I think.
There you go. Yeah, they all bleed together anymore.
Right? You're telling me, man.
What is up, everybody? It is Patrick and the people. Be sure and follow us on YouTube if you're not. There's Tasha Mack and Little Doggy in here.
What up?
Jim, thank you, Little Doggy. You said that was perfect. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. We're getting better and better as we go, just little by little. Just a little bit at a time.
We try.
Man, you got a big July coming up, you were telling me.
Man, yeah. I just found out yesterday my official dates of travel for, because I'm going to be going on tour with Midget Wrestling Warriors as their announcer. Yeah, man.
Yeah, him and Morgan Wallen.
Right. But yeah, man, looking forward to it. I'm going to be gone July, I think it's going to be July 8th through the 12th. And then, the 17th through the 19th and the 24th through the 26th. And we're going to fit in, 4 events then. So
okay.
I'm doing, Hayes, Kansas, Sauk Rapids, Minnesota, Waters Meet, Michigan, and London, Ohio. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, man. That's pretty great.
Man, it is. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be cool to see, obviously, different areas. And, they're awesome. They take care of my travel and hotel along with paying me to announce. So
yeah, that's hard to beat when you just get to show up places, go all over the country because you were born with this voice.
Right, man.
This is a gift.
At least some of those original manufactured parts are paying off.
Yeah, no, the other ones haven't. So
no,
but that one's working.
No, but that one's working good.
What a piece
no
of shit.
No blue chew needed.
No blue chew needed. No. Yeah, all right then. Well, let's just get into it then. Tasha said that's her favorite song. Thank you, Tasha. I appreciate that. Nearly half the U.S. is sweltering.
No kidding.
No shit. It's
a little hot
July,
outside,
right?
Yeah.
Nearly. In what forecasters are calling a dangerous heat wave. Temperature says hot summer temperatures up to 20 degrees above normal were forecast from Maine to Texas on Tuesday. In the Northeast, Philadelphia reached 100 degrees by mid-afternoon. New York City hit 99. Well, welcome to Arkansas, bitch.
Right, for real.
I mean, I would feel bad for you, except I've been dealing with these temperatures my whole life. I mean, it's not even abnormal here.
Right. We just call that, hey, it's Wednesday.
New Jersey tied its record of 103. That is hot, no matter what.
That is warm up there. Even my people from Michigan have been like, it's a little warm up here.
Yeah, monsters are out wearing vests instead of jackets.
Right.
No, I'm going to put on this vest. All right, a teen robbery suspect learned quickly that good disguise is probably an essential. A series of car break-ins, attempted residential burglaries in the Wellington Acres neighborhood of Henderson, Kentucky. Cops weren't making any headway. Then the parent of the suspected thief turned him in after seeing images of the break-ins by a person in a mask. No doubt, thanks to the mom, the kid confessed to everything and is now charged.
That's great.
Yeah, mom said, "Oh no, that's my dumbass son."
Yeah,
hold on.
Yeah,
I know who that is. That has to be a bad place to be.
How bad do how bad do you have to be as a kid to
have your mom turn you in?
Yeah, where your parents not gonna try and be like, all right, look, don't ever do it again. You're grounded forever.
Right.
We're turning everything. We'll take care of the no. The mom was like, nope, you're going to jail.
No, you're going to prison.
You're going. I'm done.
Yeah, and that's a stupid mask anyway. You're
right.
Busted. All right, let's see what else is going on here that you might care about.
Don't even know how to criminal right. I'm telling you what.
Parents in Taiwan got carried away celebrating their son's graduation from junior high. Just after the graduation ceremony ended and the students exited the event, they came upon pole dancers the parents hired for their son.
What?
That's right. The boy was invited to stand between the performers and was, says visibly embarrassed during the minutes-long performance. The mom later explained other parents organized various programs for the graduation, so I wanted ours to be creative. I hope this will be an unforgettable graduation gift for my son. Police shut the dancing down after a few minutes, and the school is now going to lock down any celebrating near school property. Look, I don't know why the son was embarrassed.
For real, man.
Seems like you'd be like, damn, you're the best mom and dad ever.
For real.
You got me strippers?
And junior high.
Junior high, yeah.
This isn't high school yet.
Dude's
like
max like 14.
I might have actually gotten my diploma had my parents done
know
that.
that's
Like
right.
I would have been like, I might hate it, but I'm gonna wait till graduation comes.
Yeah, because next time I get the hookers.
Right, for real.
Wait till I'm at 16. All right, what else do we have here? On a second. It's not
Junior high is just stripper poles. Then
right. Yeah, no.
high school gotta be,
No, it's going to be the best ever for
Right.
sure. Yeah. Okay, back to where we were.
hookers
here.
and blow, man.
Hookers and blow, always a winner. State Assemblyman Zoran Mamdani took a lead in the New York City's Democratic mayoral primary with 44% of the vote. Former Governor Andrew Cuomo, trailed. He has conceded last night. Now, a lot of people are concerned about this candidate for mayor, the what's his name again? It's Zoran Mamdani.
Right.
Some people are concerned because he's a straight out socialist.
Oh.
Admittedly, no, that's what he's running.
Right.
As.
He's
So some people are a little concerned about that. I can't imagine why they would be though. Why would you be concerned? And what's the problem?
Right.
Let's see. All right. So, we'll talk a little Diddy news here.
Oh, yeah, I heard that they, I guess, rested their case or whatever.
Yeah, Diddy has said he told the judge he won't testify in his trafficking trial. Honestly, not a good sign for the prosecution, if I'm being honest. Prosecutors arrested after calling 34 witnesses who said he used his staff, money, and threats to force women into days-long freak-off parties. He's facing a possible life sentence. His lawyers presented no witnesses, instead read texts and notes they say show the women were willing and the staff didn't know crimes were happening. They've also asked for an immediate acquittal. The judge has not ruled. Closing arguments start tomorrow. Jurors could begin deliberating as soon as Friday. Yeah, when you don't testify and you brought no witnesses, you feel like the prosecution's case has so many holes in it that you don't have to do any of that, and doing any of that could make it worse for you.
Yeah.
So they must think that at this point that they're doing pretty good, or they got a good leg to stand on. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure they're wrong.
Yeah. I was going to say, I have not watched any of it.
Well, just in what I've seen, that, he's unsavory.
Right.
Clearly not a good dude.
Right.
Maybe he gets in trouble for some domestic violence or something, but that's going to be the extent of it. I don't think that they're going to tie him with any type of sex crime or anything like that. I think you're going to find that, in spite of the fact that they may have complained or whatever, that they continued to go along with it because the money was there. The money was there.
Right.
Or they were freaky.
Right.
Now, I could be wrong. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but
sounds like it. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that he's about to walk, probably with time served for whatever it was, and be on with his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is this going to affect
Can't take
him
the
going
money,
forward?
do the thing, and then go back and go.
I mean, he was already. I mean, if he wasn't a billionaire, he was close to it. So I'm sure he hadn't spent all his money. He's going to be all right the rest of his life, whether he makes another penny.
I was going to say, I mean, really, outside of this recent case, I can't think of the last time I heard anything special involving him.
No, I mean, people just, always say he's scuzzy or he's a gangster or something like that.
Right.
But beyond that, no, he hasn't been in any trouble of any kind.
Right.
So, I think.
I couldn't tell you the last thing that he put out or created or anything
I'm
either.
not sure. I think I could name 3 Diddy songs. I don't like Diddy. I didn't like his production. I don't dig him. Let's see what else is going on here. A California judge said Anthropic didn't break U.S. copyright law when it trained its chatbot on millions of books it had legally bought, calling the use transformative and fair. The decision is a win in a suit brought by authors Andrea Bartz, Charles Graeber, and Kirk Wallace Johnson, who argued the company strip mined their work. Mm-hmm. The judge wrote that, like any reader, the AI turns a hard corner and creates something new. However, he also found Anthropic may have violated the law by later downloading millions of pirated books, setting up a separate trial in December. So, yeah, AI is starting to get into some gray areas.
Right.
Where, people are like, wait a minute, you're using my stuff here. AI is pretty potent. We're just now really starting as, I think, regular people to kind of dabble and mess with it. I'm sure some know it very well, but just little things, maybe helping you write something, helping you come up with something. A lot of people are using it now as a therapist.
Yeah.
It's very, very common.
Right.
Now.
I tried that out the other day.
Did you?
Just because we were talking about that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to see. So, I typed in, I went to ChatGPT or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah, that one.
And I typed in, I was like, hey, blah, 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 this is how I'm feeling, I feel like I'm whatever, blah, blah, blah. And anyways, it spit out a little thing, and, no, you're not, you just, you have a lot on your plate, and it should be admirable, and it's giving me all these pump-ups, and I was like, yeah, you're right, computer.
I downloaded one yesterday.
Yeah.
Called Ash, A-S-H.
Okay.
And it is similar in that it uses the same type of thing, but it's an audible, so it talks to you.
Oh,
and
okay.
asks you questions, you answer, and you go back and forth in a conversation.
Okay.
So it's like,
and that's like how it gets to know you at first,
well,
or
that's
what?
how it as far as doing,
whatever, yeah,
whatever it is, well-being stuff, different things like that.
Oh, you're talking. So this one was like specifically kind of like for therapy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Specifically.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so it'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, and it remembers everything,
and it
that
prompts
you talk about,
you to
and
kind
it
of.
prompts you. So
I'm gonna have to check
we
that
talked, out. We were left here. How is that going for you now?
No way.
Yeah, no, it was really interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I spent
free app. I mean,
free, absolutely free. No in-app payments. No, there's no charge of any kind on
right.
it, because I wanted to test it out a little bit, and I wanted to find one that didn't have some kind of premium plan or upgrade that you had to spend, or membership that you had to buy into.
Right.
And so because I wanted to get the full, whatever it was, to see the full benefit of it.
Yeah.
And so that after I went through the App Store, that looked like the highest rated one. It had like 4.8, 4.9, over thousands of reviews.
Yeah.
And so within, a minute of downloading the app, I was already like, wow, okay, that's interesting. And it's probably got, if I'm not mistaken, 10 different voices you can pick from.
Okay.
So whether you want a guy or a girl, or you want, the different kinds of voices, whatever you are most comforted by in the voice.
Right.
Whatever.
So if I want Mickey Mouse as my therapist.
I didn't really have that.
No.
None of that in there. There's no Morgan Freeman.
Sounds like you're
a crazy bastard. No, it's not an option.
No, but that's actually like I'm interested in that, man. I'm gonna check it out because
I think, you know what, that stuff's good. That kind of thing is good for anybody. I don't care who you are, because all of us, especially I think now more than ever, as loud as the internet is, and as much as people throw stuff at you, and,
right?
All the different traps that are out there to step in. It's good to have it.
I'm not gonna beat around the bush about it. It sounds especially great for the male mental health crisis.
Yeah.
I mean,
probably so.
Really?
Well, you might be right in a way, because a lot of guys, if I'm being honest, probably ego sometimes prevents them
100%.
from, going to talk to somebody, because maybe it makes them feel a type of way, or they're embarrassed. But
mine was always like, are you really caring, or am I just paying you to care? If I wasn't there, you're just going to have somebody else there paying you $300 an hour.
Let me tell you something. Here's an interesting phenomena. All right. It's only anecdotal, because I only observed me doing it. Okay. But there were 2 times when I was kind of going back and forth with it that I put thank you. Just because I felt like it was the right thing to say.
Right?
I said thank you. I should say, I didn't type it. I said it. And I was like, that's kind of odd, because, it's...
You're just thanking the computer.
Being,
right.
But it's interacting with me as one.
But whatever it said, I mean, at that point...
to say thank you at this point.
It resonated with you enough for it to,
it was acknowledging something. Said, well, you've been clearly working hard on blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh. Well,
right.
Thank you. Somebody said it.
Right.
I appreciate that. So even if it's, what's up, Luke? Even if it's, only for your own validation of what you're trying to do to make changes in your life.
Right,
You know?
right.
And it validates that when maybe you're not getting that. That can be very powerful.
Right,
I
absolutely,
mean, truly, it
100%.
can. Even if it gets in your subconscious, you may not even in the moment notice that it's having an impact,
Dude,
but it may be
no matter what,
subconsciously it will.
no matter what's going on, no matter what age you are, I don't care. Like, it is nice to just hear, hey, man, you're doing good. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
once in a while, man.
I suspect that at some point, most of us are going to have some kind of AI assistant who does everything like that.
I mean,
Keeps your calendar in line, keeps you on schedule, keeps your counseling going. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing.
I did that with Grok actually about a week ago
Yeah.
because everything going on, and I went in there.
You
and I
wanted to keep
typed in-
up with yourself?
Well, yeah, I wanted to get a schedule with like audible alarms. So I was like, man, I know I need to do this at this
Yeah.
time, like and not put it off. Like something I have
Right.
to have something,
Yeah, to push
visibly to
prompt you.
push me, yeah, and be like, hey, you. So I typed in, hey, I do Patrick and the people at this. I'm trying to fit in doing this. I need to watch the game, blah blah blah. And it spit me out
An itinerary?
yeah, but on Google Calendar, it created
it
its own
created it.
export, and then I could just take that file from it and put it in my
your calendar.
calendar, and bam, it created the alarms in my phone and everything.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
See, that's potent.
yeah, it
That's
was
what I'm-
crazy.
That's what I'm talking about, man, is that
And like it color coded everything.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I can now open up. Oh, okay. I'm about to edit videos for Patrick and the
yeah,
people or whatever.
yeah, whatever it may be.
Right,
you're prompting. That's great because, that's one of my struggles too is making sure that because I have so many different things going on.
Right.
Making sure I don't miss something. Like the other day, I was on the way to a showing when I got a call from somebody I was supposed to be meeting at a showing. and I had to quickly make an adaptation between both. I was like, yeah, I'm on the way. I'll be there in just a minute. I'm running a little behind. Then I had to call my other one and go, hey, we're going to be maybe just 5 minutes behind. Because somehow I'd missed writing one down.
Yeah.
And it happens when you're doing so much, but it'd be cool to have something like that just to,
No, absolutely.
pick that up and pop it in there. And
Oh, I
do
can't
whatever.
tell you how many times a day that'll happen. That I'll be working on something, and then somebody will call or somebody will message, and I'll put it away, and then I'll get distracted by that message and forget about the whole project that I was doing altogether. And 5 days later, I'm like, oh yeah, I was supposed to. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. ADHD is a great thing.
It is. It is a great thing, isn't it? I feel you on that. Admins across Facebook said thousands of groups, from pet photos to coupon sharing, were suddenly suspended this week with vague notices citing nudity or dangerous organizations. Some groups had millions of members. Spokesperson Andy Stone from Meta blamed a tech error and said engineers are fixing it, but gave no timeline. A lot of users suspect faulty AI moderation. Noting similar waves of bans recently hit Instagram. Paid Meta-verified admins report faster help. Well, of course they do. While others are warned not to appeal yet in case the bug reverses itself. So a petition demanding answers has topped 12,000 signatures. Some small business owners say the bans cost them money. As of last night, some of the vanished groups had been restored. A bolt of lightning hit water at Dominion Beach Park on Lake Murray. This was yesterday afternoon.
Did you say a bolt of
A
lightning?
bolt of lightning hit the water.
Tactical. Where were you yesterday?
It injured 20 people,
Jeez.
8 adults and 12 minors who were just enjoying the lake swimming. The fire chief said first responders from several agencies quickly treated everyone. 12 were taken to local hospitals. They had non-life-threatening injuries. The National Weather Service said that those kind of strikes happened that strike happened at 4:43 p.m. They did praise fast rescue and expect the beach to reopen after safety checks. Well, what do? I mean, you can't stop the lightning. What I'm saying? It's just going to happen. A man in this is some good news.
Tactical said he was swimming at the lake. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, no, appreciate it. You messed it up for everybody, bro. A man in Poulsbo, Washington, was rescued after being stranded in the woods for several days following a fall from a tree.
Oof.
He was located by search and rescue teams after a passerby heard his call for help and alerted authorities. He was taken to a med center for evaluation. His rescue is being credited to the actions of the passerby and the timely response of emergency crews.
All right.
Yeah, that's all right.
Good job.
After a viral TikTok video
Thanks for
showed,
being a human.
right,
like,
right,
like who just walks by the person
Hell,
screaming they fall out of a tree?
screw
Nah,
it.
you're good, man. Hey, walk it off. You'll be fine.
yeah, walk it off.
Yeah.
After a viral TikTok showed Tampa ice cream vendor Don Thomas pushing his cart in the brutal heat, thousands were inspired to help. See, that's what we got to do. We got to go start pushing something in the heat.
Right.
The video's creator, Bergie Lopez, launched a fundraiser to buy him a proper ice cream truck or trailer. The effort raised $30,000 in a week, and now he's got an ice cream truck.
Oh, okay.
So the community got behind him.
Good deal.
Well, here's another day, another Billy Joe Armstrong rant. Green Day vocalist Billy Joe Armstrong stopped the band's set at Germany's Hurricane Festival Sunday. He saw a fan spraying him with a water gun. Showed the 53-year-old turning the mic on the crowd, then pulling his guitar, crouching at the stage edge, and yelling at the person before putting the guitar back on. The clip said the fan kept shooting water at his face throughout the show. Armstrong finished the song once the spray stopped. Fans online say the pause was fair because water and amps don't mix. Not clear if the guest was thrown out. Why are you shooting a water gun at Billy Joe Armstrong?
Right.
That's what I want to know is, do you hate him or are you just trying to be that funny guy? Or what the hell are you doing? Are you drunk? Are you on acid? Why are you shooting him with a water gun? And it probably would get annoying. I'll be honest. If I'm sitting there trying to rock out and you keep hitting me with that water gun, I'm probably not going to crouch down. I'm probably going to just take that off and jump down and whoop your ass. Yeah, so I guess I can't be too mad at him for that. That'd probably piss me
The
off.
Super Soaker 3000.
Right?
Yeah.
The auto fire with the high
Do
pressure.
you remember that when you were a kid?
Yeah,
We
now
were
they've
Super
upgraded.
Soakers, yeah.
You know, now they've upgraded. They got the automatic where it charges.
Oh,
you
dude, they're
squeeze the
crazy
trigger
now.
and yeah, it's insane.
The most awesome one when I was a kid that everybody wanted, like the best you could get was the one with the backpack water
yeah.
tanks.
Yeah.
And then like that was the top of the line. There wasn't
Yeah.
any. If you got that, you were king of the
No, you were
water.
definitely the water world leader.
Right.
When a nightclub closes for the night, not uncommon to see things left behind. You have wallets, vapes, makeup, lighters, everything. You don't expect to find a partially eaten giant sausage. That left the staff of 147 in England perplexed. Nightclub management estimates the sausage was originally 12 inches long, and there are videos of clubbers dancing and taking pictures with it throughout Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Why the sausage was in the club, however, is a mystery that is haunting the staff.
Oh, come on.
Somebody
That was a
wanted to
bachelorette party if I've ever heard of one.
That sounds like any kind of bachelorette party.
That sounds like a great,
Yeah.
Yep.
These days, you can find a vending machine for about anything: food, drinks, phone chargers, beer, drugstore items, toys. Virginia Beach upped the game. They have a new state-of-the-art kayak vending machine.
What?
Yeah, renters just have to download an app, pay the rental fee. They scan the QR code at the kiosk. It opens the kayak container, and off they go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. I just want to see the one that, could you imagine the rings on it? And it gets stuck in the vending machine
yeah.
trying to come down.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Man, this thing ate my money and my kayak stuck. What the
Yeah,
hell?
just in there banging on it, trying to kick it. Australian miner Fortescue has finished a battery electric locomotive built to recharge itself on the job. The 1.7-mile-long Infinity train will start each run at the mining hub about 1,000 feet above sea level, lugging 34,000 tons of iron ore downhill to the port. As it descends, regenerative brakes turn gravity into electricity, and that fills the batteries. So once it's unloaded, then it climbs the 472 miles back uphill using the stored charge. You don't need any diesel. You don't need a charging station. It now burns more than 21 million gallons of diesel a year. It spent about $50 million on the prototype and hopes to slash 11% of its emissions while cutting fuel bills to zero. Well, if you can cut fuel bills to zero, that's good, but $50 million is a lot to spend. I hope the savings are worth it long term.
Latasha said, don't forget the Carvana vending machines.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are actually like 3 of those, or there were. I don't know if there still are.
Yeah.
Those are pretty interesting. I don't know that any ever got stuck. Park workers arrived at Rockwell Park in Bristol Sunday to strange barking and a voice echoing from a chimney.
Sorry, I was just a little crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Rockwell Park?
Yeah. Firefighters found 35-year-old Carlos Owens wedged deep inside. He had tried to drop down the flue to reach his dog after the bathroom doors locked automatically at 10 p.m. Crews had to dismantle parts of the chimney and the roof, cost about 10 grand in damage to get him out. He was unhurt. My dog would have. I'd have called somebody or waited till they opened.
Right.
Not trying to go down a chimney. That's how stupid shit like that happens. In Canada, they have their first beach cleaning robot. It's a Roomba for the beach. A boxy electric rover called Bebot. It rolls onto the sand at Sibbald Point Provincial Park. It was launched by the non-profit Pollution Probe as part of the Great Lake Plastic Cleanup. The remote-controlled machine sifts debris as small as 4 millimeters. It can scoop about 100 liters each cycle. Well, that's kind of cool.
Right.
Lots of robots doing things.
Dude,
now,
they
man.
are.
More
It's
and more,
taking
huh?
over.
I saw a new, they were showing some humanoid-type robots that were unloading trucks.
Yeah.
They're just
doing it. And
just unloading the truck, and I was like, wow, man, that's wild.
it is. It is, man.
Police finally nabbed 42-year-old, get this guy's name, Looney John Franklin Toon. Monday ended the 3-day manhunt. It began with a pre-dawn traffic stop in Milwaukee. Officers had boxed his SUV in on Friday, spotting an outstanding felony warrant, but Looney Toon hit the gas, blew past spike strips at about 80, and fired several shots at the police. No one was hurt. He ditched the wrecked vehicle near a golf course and vanished. That promoted a search, and they finally tracked him to an apartment complex and took him without a struggle. So Looney Toon now faces attempted murder, assault, and eluding charges in Clackamas County.
I wonder if every time he goes to the doctor, he goes, "What's up, doc?"
No.
No.
In Thailand, officers hauled nearly 2.4 metric tons of meth, worth about $91 million, off a tourist boat, calling it one of the country's biggest drug busts. 8 men arrested after investigators found the stashed packages in kilo bags disguised as cornflour sacks. A van and truck linked to the scheme also seized. They said the load was headed for the smuggling routes out of Thailand's southern border. Southern border issues in Thailand, too. Shane Gillis is going to host the ESPY Awards July 16th. Sport fans seem to be happy about that. Comedian, actor, writer Shane Gillis. The ESPYs celebrate the great moments and achievements from the last year in sports. He's in the midst of a 40-city tour and can be seen on Netflix and Tires. I didn't love that show, but he's got a new season with a lot of people coming into the cast who are kind of bigger names, and it does. I might try it again, but the first few episodes I watched, I didn't think. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
And I think Shane Gillis is very funny. I just thought it was okay. All right, betting action heating up for the NBA draft. Cooper Flagg is the runaway favorite to be chosen by the Dallas Mavericks at number 1. So he's minus 10,000. So if you laid out 10 grand, you could win $100. All right. Only good if you're money laundering.
Right.
Really,
yeah, that's.
You know? Dylan Harper is the next go-to choice for number 1. His odds are 20,000 plus 20,000, which means $100 could win you 20 grand.
Yeah, okay.
So that's a different bet. Then it's Christian Cipollini and VJ Edgecombe and Trey Johnson round that out. The biggest bust candidates of the draft, according to this, said even with the research and expertise that goes into it, no way to predict how a prospect will and won't perform. 5 players that these guys see as having the largest potential to fail in the NBA. Ace Bailey from Rutgers said his game was already polarizing. His measurement at the combine came in 3 inches shorter than the press was for him. Man, they lie a lot about their height in sports. But it's one thing to lie about an inch, maybe fudge an inch and a half.
Yeah.
But 3 inches, you're going to notice that missing. That's
Yeah.
like, add 3 to whatever you're working with, fellas. Tell that to your lady and see what the look on her face says when you say that. No, it is that. No, that's it. No, you're not believing it?
No.
Oh. Let's see. Egon Denham, his size and passing ability gave scouts reason to overlook his flaws, but he's got some issues, especially three-point shooting. Danny Wolf from Michigan, his big selling point was his ability to hybrid point and center, but I don't know if that translates in the NBA. Thomas Sorber of Georgetown, he had a foot injury, that's a concern. And then Noah Essenge from Germany. Success in Germany isn't the same as the NBA, but could cause him to be drafted higher than he should be.
Right.
As soccer fans, why are they this way? What is it about soccer fans, man? I mean, I know their passion is high.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to think all soccer fans are crazy.
Okay.
One of the biggest soccer clubs on the planet, Argentina's River Plate, they have one fan who risked his marriage to see him in the Club World Cup, a Spanish soccer show named El Chiringuito. That's wrong. El Chiringuito interviewed a man who refused to give his name, who claims he tried to sell his car in order to follow River Plate's Club World Cup journey. When the car didn't sell, he said he set it on fire, collected $10,000 in insurance to pay for the trip. His master plan caused a major argument with his wife, and he said he's fully expecting to be handed divorce papers when he returns home.
Wow.
Then there's the potential legal jeopardy from admitting you committed insurance fraud. Like that's what I'm saying. Soccer players, man, what's going on with them?
Not the brightest bulb in the bunch.
Well, they're just. I think they're very passionate.
Right.
I mean, that's why you have a lot of fights break out at soccer games. And people get kicked down the bleachers. They're nuts over there, man. And I'd be scared to death to go to a soccer game there. They all seem to turn out bad. It's like hockey times 1,000,000,000, you know. All right, let's take a break, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Somebody asked me yesterday what it is that makes us so good. I said it's just simple math. He said, show me if you could. By no means am I a math whiz. Hell, I barely beat Algebra 1. But even I have to admit, somehow this formula is fun. 1 + 1 equals us, the base of the equation, times the square root of trust, minus any temptation. Take your 5 points as a plus, that's prime factorization. If you find you need to adjust, just add a little flirtation. Never had to geometry a thing, no long division to do. No doubt, baby, the math is mathing when it comes to me and you, me and you. A sold out college class, but instead here's a free pass for you on how to make a good thing last. 1 + 1 equals the base of the equation, times the square root of trust, minus any temptation. Take your 5 points as a plus, that's not factorization.
Tasha's right about that.
Yeah.
She did help me on that one actually, because sometimes I'll send it, especially if it's pop.
Yeah.
Because she has a younger child who
Right.
listens to pop.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, what do you think on this? And on that one, she did in fact give me that feedback, and it was very good. And I was like, I hadn't thought about it doing it that way on this one. Let me try that.
Right.
And it turned out great. So I am thankful for that. I appreciate that. So let's get polarizing. A lot of people are going to be getting a 3-day weekend next week, courtesy of the 4th of July.
Yeah. No.
A new survey looks at how people will be spending the holiday. This year, celebrations may be a little smaller. Some aren't feeling up to flag waving.
No. Oh.
According to a survey of 1,000 adults, a third of Americans don't plan to celebrate this year. Does that mean you're not taking the extra day off? You're going to go on into work anyway? Yeah,
I am.
I bet it doesn't mean that. Hold on. No.
I'm working the 4th.
Are you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're working the 4th because you want to.
I mean, yeah, basically. They offered it. They said, hey, we need somebody to help out with the Canadian side of things. And
Is that right?
yeah, dude, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
And they're like, but we'll give you like double time or whatever.
Really?
And I was like,
For what
sign
now?
me up. For my work from home job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. I
That's
was like, I'll take it.
You
Whatever.
hear a lot
Am
of,
I gonna-
hey,
Yeah, right.
hey.
They say cheers a lot.
Yeah, that's a British thing.
Yeah. Because sometimes we'll get overflow from that,
'Cause
from
it's
like
IT
the
stuff, right?
Yeah, it's IT stuff. Yeah. And so, but yeah, they'll
You
call
want me
up.
to reboot, eh?
Yeah. Oh, cheers, man.
Cheers.
Oh, thanks.
Cheers, mate.
First day I started getting Canadian calls, man, I was really drunk at the end of it.
Yeah.
They kept saying cheers, and I was like, I mean, if you say so, okay.
The biggest reason for skipping the holiday fun is they're just not feeling patriotic, half of them anyway. They're feeling disconnected from American culture right now. A quarter admit they just don't enjoy the holiday. 21% say, I never celebrated anyway. For the 2/3 who are celebrating, they feel the holiday brings people together. They enjoy the fireworks and the tradition. The average American expects to spend how much for the 4th of July? I don't believe this, but how much?
I probably quite a bit, I would think.
Oh, okay, you did?
I mean,
You think
you're talking fireworks, grill, like
Okay,
going
that's
out.
fair. Yeah, no,
I'm assuming.
Okay, so maybe this is right. Just under 500.
Okay.
That's 200 on travel, 100 for fireworks, 80 for food, 50 on drinks, and 40
100
for
for
decorations.
fireworks. Your fireworks show is sucking.
You're lame.
Yeah, dude.
You got a bunch of snakes.
Thanks for the frickin' sparklers
Yeah.
and Roman candles.
About 16% say they're spending significantly less on celebrations because of the economy. 18% will spend less than last year, and 11% won't spend anything. Millennials, the generation most likely to spend less, followed by Gen X and Gen Z. Well, Gen X and you can understand more than any of them because all our kids are grown.
Right.
I'm not putting on a fireworks show for my 26 and 23-year-old sons. They're good. They put one on for me. You guys buy fireworks, I'll watch you light them. Shit, I've been doing it for 20 years. It's your turn.
It's time to
Yeah,
step
let
up
me
to
sit
the
here
throne.
in the chair
Yeah.
and just watch you guys try to blow yourself up.
There you go.
Baby boomers, the least likely to cut back. Only 9% of them say they'll be spending less. Yeah, because it's the last few they got. They're like, yeah, go ahead. I got plenty of money left. I may as well,
Might as well just blow it up.
Yeah. They'll also, or it says they're also the age group most likely to skip celebrations this year. Actually, 38% of baby boomers opting out. Again, they're probably tired and or
Right.
sick, and they're like, yeah, no, I'm not doing all that shit. That's followed by millennials and Gen Z.
Yeah, look, that's because he's doing it right, Latasha.
What's that?
She said, I wish Tom spent $100 on fireworks. That'd save us some money. He likes the big boom, bang, bam fireworks.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
I
was
mean,
like,
we
yeah,
all do. I mean, normally, for me, what always happened was I had to negotiate with myself at the firework tent.
Yeah.
Because, you can buy 1 million of the bottle rockets for nothing. But,
Right.
But I'm like, no, man, I got to get some some of the bigger ones.
Because those mortars are like, just for like 6 little mortar shells or whatever, it's
It's
normally
like $10 or something.
I wish.
No, it's more than that even.
Yeah, I was gonna say normally I see like 50 to 60 bucks.
Oh, really? For the really good ones.
Yeah, you're talking, like
Where
with
they
the
go
little
up and they
ball,
go
and
off
yeah,
in
and they
different-
fire up into the sky, and they,
Yeah.
like it's a legit
Yeah.
firework.
No, it looks like something you'd see at the early round at the river.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, not the good ones.
Yeah.
I went to a fireworks show somebody put on in a neighborhood area.
Okay.
And they bought actual, like, what you'd see.
Legit
Yeah.
pyrotechnic
And I was
fireworks?
I was dazzled by that. I was like, man, those are legit. I mean, they were big ass cannons and things. I was like, oh my God. I don't know how much. He must have spent $1,500. I was like, phew, that's a lot of money right there.
That's a good fireworks show.
No, it is a good fireworks show.
That's what it's all about, though. Like, really, like that is the bar. You want to
Yeah.
see how for how little that you have to spend, really, but it always ends up costing a whole bunch. But
Yeah.
how close you can get to putting on
A real
a real fireworks show, but from your neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like Christmas lights,
yeah,
man.
no, it's very much like
Everybody wants to have the biggest, coolest Christmas light display.
Yeah, I'd like to have a back and forth. I wish I had a neighbor to compete with,
Right.
Where we would each go back and forth until the end and see who won.
I mean,
That'd be fun to do,
that would be.
like a firework contest show off. I think that'd be cool. They'd have teams,
Maybe we'll
Maybe
maybe
that's
we'll work
something in
on
the
that.
future.
Something next year. I was gonna
Next
say
year, maybe we'll have a
PATP firework
competitive
competition.
firework show.
There you go.
Where everybody has to do X amount to get in.
Right.
And then we round robin it and go through it, and that'd be kind of fun.
That would be. You get to
and
go
it-
pick out, like, we
Yeah.
can put all the fireworks on a table and
Well, yeah,
draw
everybody-
random names.
Well, no, I mean, everybody would do their own thing.
Okay.
Set up, buy their own stuff. And then, like, for example, we might set up in this parking lot, right?
Right,
You
right.
might have 8 competitors.
Okay.
All right. And then everybody else would be around watching.
Right.
As each one goes in order.
and just does
yeah.
their, I got you.
And that would be fun because then you get an extra long fireworks show. Everybody's having a good time.
Absolutely.
And you can kind of compete. And
I'm
that's
sure we
fun.
could
It's always
do that.
fun to compete.
Maybe we can get, like, a local,
Andy, you can't do it. Andy's disqualified. He has an advantage that we can't overcome. Can't do that.
Did you see Luke's comment?
Which one?
Right there.
Hey, quick question. What's your favorite cartoon show? No, I appreciate that. Very timely, Luke. Very timely. No, it's still an animated version of your mom. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Yeah, I will celebrate myself on that one. I'm sorry. Did you joke a little bit on that?
A little bit, man.
Sorry about that, Shoemaker. Anyway, I was about to say y'all are in shitty limits. Oh, well, that's probably true, Andy. It actually could be true. We may have to, do it somewhere outside the city. We are in the limits, but I don't know how aggressive North Little Rock is about that.
I don't think they're that bad.
I don't know, man. You start shooting the real ones off, and you
Yeah.
got 8 people doing it. They might show up. They're like, "Hold on, man. We can see this across the city, bro. What's happening here?"
Hey, man, you know what? That's just more publicity for us.
It would be. It would be.
We can make it into the news. Podcast gets shut down for fireworks extravaganza.
Yeah. Now that for fireworks, I love that extravaganza. That's what I wanted to say. Fireworks extravaganza. So what do you make of the not patriotic? You think that's just a normal, 33%? Does that seem like the normal number of people who aren't patriotic?
I mean, I guess so. Whatever.
Does it even matter to you?
I don't think so.
No,
not
it
really.
doesn't, does it?
Like, if you don't want to,
if you want to sit in and watch Friends, go ahead.
right, do your thing.
Sounds good.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll probably, let's see. I think, so I know, I think Latasha said she was having a little, like, get-together barbecue thing over at her
Oh,
house
yeah?
on the 4th. And she had reached out. She invited, myself and Jax, my kiddo, and
Okay.
everything. So,
Well, maybe we should have it. We should have it over there.
right?
Just have an all-out.
We can just
war.
invade and, yeah, man.
We'll talk about that.
Right.
Talk about that. All right. So maybe you're patriotic, maybe you're not. But how about? Are you getting down with getting it in?
Oh.
Are you getting
You want
down?
to create some fireworks of
getting it
your
in?
own.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah, that's-
bedroom fireworks.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. But check this out. Maybe you'll believe it, maybe you won't. A survey of 2,000 adults found that some individuals are stepping back from sexual activity for reasons ranging from personal growth to emotional connection. Respondents cited motivations such as, quote, wanting to learn other forms of intimacy, needing time for the body and mind to catch up, or prioritizing emotional closeness over physical connection. That sounds like AI said it. The findings suggest shifting values around relationships. Nearly a third of people that responded believe, quote, romance is dead, expressing concern that genuine love and romantic gestures have lost their place in modern life. Well, I can kind of see.
That sounds like some lame fireworks, man.
Yeah, right. I can kind of see some of that because, you know, songs used to have innuendos or infer things, and now they just say, "Look, my butthole."
Yeah.
You know, I mean, really, that's they just straight up.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, they don't even.
I mean, hey,
they don't flower it
rap.
up. They don't try to, use a euphemism.
Yeah, no, nothing
They
anymore.
don't call it my brown star, the rusty sheriff's badge. They don't call it, just lick my butthole. Come on and do it.
Right.
With a rhyme and a beat. Says these changing attitudes are influencing behavior. More than half, 52%, said they had previously taken an extended break from sexual intimacy, defined in the study as lasting 6 months on average. But how many were on purpose?
Right.
I've taken many breaks from intimacy in my life. None of them were by choice. There's simply no options at the time. I can flower it up however I want.
On a 3-year stint.
Yeah, I didn't have any fish bite.
Right.
You know what I mean? I kept casting the pole, but no fish. For many of these breaks had positive effects. 53% said the time away helped them better appreciate sex. Well, yeah, of course. Just like peanut butter.
Right.
Shit tastes delicious. Only 11% said it had a negative impact. A therapist said slowing down and taking a break can be healthy and beneficial. Well, sure.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all your relationship's defined by, or that's all you're doing, I guess. I mean, but sometimes you want to be a host slayer,
Right.
male or female. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes you just that's how it is. You want to be a player,
Right.
Some people they want to do
I
that.
think that's what it's getting at, though, is like
Maybe that's coming out. A lot of people are backing away from the player mode.
right. I think that it's become such a I'll just say it. I think it's become such a thing and was such a focus for so long that now people are kind of tired of it,
Yeah.
Anytime you can get, and so many people figured, hey, look, I don't have to, I don't have to date, I don't have to go out, both women and female. You can just get on your phone and go, okay, yeah, I'd fuck you, dude, and hook up and message, and here's my address, and oh yeah, whatever, my bad. But that's really what it is.
No, but I mean, in fairness, every song, every TV show, every movie, everything for so long.
Right.
Has been so out loud about that I guess I can kind of see where people are like, listen,
Tired of it, man.
STD rates are way up.
Look.
This is true.
The general rule.
That'll make you a little nervous.
You always want what you can't have.
Yeah. That's true.
It used to be that you couldn't have that, first date hookup and, oh, okay, well, thanks, glad you got it. Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed it. All right, we're never going to talk again.
Brandon said, I knew Patrick was a butt licker. Well, first of all, is that a bad thing? Second of all, how did you know? What gave it away? Was it my lips? I mean, was it something I said? Yeah. What's the problem with it? They're clean. It's really not they. It's singular, to be honest. But, yeah. What of it? This is how I walked away and came back into a conversation that I'm lost in now.
Yeah,
We're all lost. Trust me.
Starting to go down a dark hole, Tasha.
Oh, no. Come on, man. You're really on one today. No, Brandon said, I knew Patrick licked buttholes. Like, what? All right. Many respondents said they were very comfortable with their life, waiting for the right one, or satisfied with my single life. More than half said they would rather fall in love with life than another person. Yeah, people let you down. 47%. Get a dog. They'll never let you down.
See the doggy's coming.
What?
He just said.
Oh, the F word. Yeah. No, thank you, little doggy.
I was gonna yell. I
Everybody's
couldn't.
chiming in. To
Yeah,
say, hey,
right. Yeah.
We got you. We can live with the word. It's okay. F, baby, F.
Let's go, F. Let's go. No, wait.
No, that's not. That's Americans increasingly view intimacy as extending far beyond sexual activity. Well, no shit.
Well, of course.
I mean, yeah, if you're just figuring
You
that
gotta
out,
talk and,
you're
you know.
you're an adult,
Right.
right? I mean, that's
Welcome to
welcome to
welcome to
adulthood.
being about 35, where
Yeah,
all of a
right.
sudden that light clicks on,
Yeah,
and you're like, oh,
maybe there's more to life than Led
Right.
Zeppelin, weed, and banging. You know, maybe
sitting
maybe
here
there-
just talking to my significant other about their day and
Yeah.
just enjoying each other is
Yeah, kinda like-
kind of nice.
Yeah, I'd like to be around someone I enjoy talking to.
Right.
That's interesting. I thought I just wanted to enjoy banging them, but now I want to
I
talk
actually
with 'em.
like talking to them.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Right. I enjoy what they're interested in. We may even watch a TV show together.
Oh no, not the TV
And
show.
not Netflix and chill.
Oh. Respondents believed only 37% of intimacy is physical, 57% from personal understanding and emotional connection. I do believe that some people, that's like I was never good at the one night stand game. I sucked at it.
Yeah, me too. I've never had
No,
luck in the one
I
night
was not-
stand.
I just, I'm an emotional connection person.
Yeah.
So if I'm not, feeling you like in a different level, I'm not even trying to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that.
No, I get what you're
know,
saying.
If I lived in an alternate universe and Rihanna showed up and said, "Hey, let's go to work," I'd be like,
Okay.
yeah, okay, yeah, but I mean, excluding that happening, probably not.
Yeah, no.
Tasha said, "Do you need
Same.
a butt lickers anonymous?" No, I'm not anonymous about it. I just owned it and admitted it. I will toss the salad. What's the problem?
He'll wear the T-shirt.
This is a modern day thing.
Certified butt licker.
Yeah, that's right. CBL. I'm a CBL, baby. 3/4 said they express intimacy in non-sexual ways. Common expressions: hold hands, cuddling. I don't even like the word cuddling. I don't know why. Verbal affirmation, sharing meals,
I call it
spiritual conversation.
snuggling.
Snuggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's slightly better,
Snuggling.
but still not.
No, what would you prefer?
I don't know. There's not a better word. It's
There's
just
not.
It just feels weird as a guy to say cuddling. I just feel like somehow I've slipped into the wrong role. Do you want to cuddle? No, not now. Not since you used that word, I don't. Patrick, what's wrong with you? Fruit pie? No, I don't want to cuddle. On average, Americans said a healthy sex life is intimacy 3 times a week.
Jesus.
Respondents
time?
reported they could go 5 months without doing anything and 6 months without sex. You mean with someone, right?
Yeah.
I assume. You mean with someone. No sex, but not, still with yourself, though, I would think. 6 months, you're not going to go without any release, right?
All right.
I don't know. Did you just don't even think about it for 6 months? You just clock out of it?
I guess
Like
so.
you never wake up in the
Like,
morning
dude,
and go,
it's-
maybe I need to take care of this business here
Right,
real quick before
maybe
I go
I-
out for the day. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop humping all the light bulbs.
Don't want this thing just popping up on
Right.
its own in the
Yeah.
middle of, trying to,
Yeah. Hey, everybody, look at me.
All right.
Why don't you go up to the board and work the problem? I'll take the 0. I'll take the 0. Yeah, I think Rihanna probably does smell wonderful. I'm not reading the second part, little doggy, but yes, you're probably right. Probably like pineapple is my bet as well. I don't know. I think probably this has gone off the rails.
I was just about to
We
say,
need a
you've sent
palate
it.
cleanser, don't we? God, see, none of this. I'm going to have to play a sponsor after the song because no sponsor wants to be next to that, right? Let's be honest. It's just not.
No matter how far we've come, we're always 7 steps back. It's hard staying calm while I'm under attack. Just like that. Outside agitators have somehow made it inside. All these wannabe dictators, none on the same side, but they all aim to divide. How can we reach higher if we're down on the ground? Shots fired, it's that kind of small town. Nobody locks their doors, but too many killers around. Hey, if you have to die, it's better in a ball gown. leaves and nowhere to go. Bit into an apple but got a mouthful of lime. Your tattoo says it's us until the end, but your lips are saying you're through. I guess even words in ink can be bent. Maybe we didn't use the right glue. How can we reach higher if we're down on the ground? Shots fired, it's that kind of small town. Nobody locks their doors, but too many killers around. Hey, if you have to die, it's better in a ball gown. Reload, reload. Surrounded by bad players, we have to get back to back. Do we even have a prayer facing down these attacks? Just like that. Caught in the crossfire, assassins out to close the deal. Zero chance we survive if we can't find each other for real. Killers come to kill. How can we reach higher if we're down on the ground? Shots fired, it's that kind of small town. Nobody locks their doors, but too many killers around. Hey, if you have to die, it's better in a ball gown. Rat-a-tat-tat, reload. Rat-a-tat-tat.
If you're looking for a vehicle, you know where to go. Fitz Auto is the place to go. Now, you can go online at fitzauto.com, or you can go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. What makes them different? What makes them special? Well, they work with you regardless of your credit history because they're their own bank. They don't have to ask anybody else. It's up to them who they work with. And they have late model, low mileage vehicles. They're going to save you money. They're going to put you in something you can be proud of. And it doesn't matter, sports car, truck, SUV, boat, RV, camper, amphibious units. They've got motorcycles, anything you could possibly want on wheels and an engine. They've got it there for you. Check them out, fitzauto.com. Start there, in there. It's where you're going to go because it's the best deal. Okay, now we're back.
Yay.
Now we're back. Let's catch up with some of the comments here. Tasha said, I watched a video that said Julia Roberts smelled bad because she won't wear deodorant.
I saw that video too on TikTok. They were talking about a few different celebrities
I could imagine that with some celebrities that don't wear. Yeah, if you don't wear deodorant, you might stink.
Yeah, well, they were talking about like different celebrities that have disgusting habits, like Brad Pitt never showers or something, and yeah, I don't know.
Does he look like he never showers?
Right.
Come on, man. That sounds stupid. But yeah, I don't. I only use deodorant in the summer, though. I mean, I don't have to use it, in the other 9 months of the year.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I try not to. Yeah, but if I smell some onions, I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't smell like onions. I smell delicious. Let's see.
Smell like a booty liquor.
Shut up, man. Shut the hell up. Little Doggy said that song is great. This song is great. Thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. I really do. A couple things. We were just outside talking about this. I saw it, and thank God it's the WNBA, but because nobody watches. You know what I mean? But I don't. What
did you? So it was interesting to me because we've talked about that before, and it just when you said that, it popped back into my mind. But I think it's on Netflix. There's a documentary out about Shaq and taking over being president of Reebok, and he was talking about, dude, I'm serious, this is all like recent or whatever. But he was talking about how they need to find like a star, a basketball star to partner up with, and that'll wear the Reebok shoe and really build Reebok back into a competitive brand. And so he was talking with one of his financial advisors, and the financial person is like, "Man, I think we should go after so and so in the
Caitlin Clark.
WNBA." Yeah.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark, because she's the Jordan of the WNBA.
And he was like, "I really think the WNBA is going to have a resurgence of people here. It's bound to happen."
If you could get, a gazillion players like Caitlin Clark, people would love the WNBA because she plays basketball like you like to see basketball played.
Yeah.
Plays like Steph Curry. I mean, she can't dunk, but other than that,
right.
She's shooting threes from way downtown. She's doing all the, she does it all.
Right.
She's amazing. So listen, this is, and you guys know I run from politics. I hate politics. But I just think this is how dumb we've become. ESPN basketball analyst Rebecca Lobo, they were calling a WNBA game, and she apologized because she accidentally called her own country great.
What?
Yeah, no, I swear to God. She said they do, and I disagree with them, and that's fine. That's what makes America great, right, Pam?
What's wrong with that? That is one of the things that makes America great.
Right.
You can have your opinion, I can have mine, and we can live our lives happily.
Sure. She said, I should rephrase that. Pam said, yes. There's a better way to say it. Sorry about that.
Oh, my God.
You're sorry because you said America's great. But
right.
Why? Because it's in the middle of a slogan. Now we got to get rid of the word great.
For real.
Because you don't like the guy in office, so
because
the word
you're
great,
a Nazi if you say that America's great.
Now the word great equals Nazi.
Oh my God.
You see what I'm saying? This is so dumb. Speaking of dumb,
what do they want us to do? Just come out and be like, "We're America. We're here, bitches."
Yeah. No, they don't want you to say anything.
Yeah.
I prefer you don't.
Just don't use that.
Do you remember the Liver King? Do you remember that guy? Know that guy? Who that was?
No.
Okay. So the Liver King was a huge social media influencer, may still be, but he's ridiculously muscled up, and he touted that he only ate raw meat. That was his whole diet, was raw meat. Now,
I think I've heard about this.
Yeah, now it turned out to be a lie.
Right. Didn't he end up using steroids and all kinds of crazy stuff?
And he wasn't.
Okay, yeah.
He was eating all kinds of stuff.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Fitness influencer and fraudster Liver King was arrested in Texas after he posted a series of bizarre social media videos, and one in which he challenged Joe Rogan to fight as he traveled to the podcaster's home state. His real name's Brian Johnson. He's 47, known as the Liver King, but he faces misdemeanor charges of terroristic threats and was booked. Johnson, who gained his following by promoting his, quote, barbarian-like diet, was confirmed as the suspect who was nabbed in Rogan's home city. Further details not exactly known. He had moved to Austin in 2020 after leaving California during the pandemic and lives in a $14.4 million home. Oh, that must be Rogan they're talking about, not that guy, because I can't imagine he has a $14 million home. Johnson, wearing a burgundy hoodie, sweatpants, and old-school tactical vest, captured in handcuffs and put in the back of a car in what appears to be a hotel, as his wife looks on. So it must have been pretty serious.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to, you can't just arrest him because he challenged Joe Rogan to a fight and then showed up in the same town as him.
No, there's definitely more. He's seen frantically pacing around the living room with meditation music playing, talking about going to prison, being arrested, and fighting Joe Rogan. His cameraman, who's told by the Liver King to keep filming, shares that he's dealing with the cops and advises Liver King not to take a knife with him as he tries to put a utility knife in his pocket. Then he continues to call out Joe Rogan to fight him. Two people then enter the room and inform Liver King it's time to go after they appear to be summoned inside by the cameraman to make their presence known. Then he goes on a rant for them not being allowed enough time to shit, pleading with them for 12 more minutes. In another video, he's seen sipping coffee and calling out Rogan with a box bearing the Joe Rogan Experience on the table. He says, if I'm arrested, the container with Rogan's podcast logo goes to the mothership. That's his comedy club, while holding a black. He's holding a black ammo can. Oh yeah, so he's up in the threats here. He apparently instructs the cameraman, whom he calls Justin, to ensure the video is uploaded to the internet before calling his two sons into the room, where they discuss a free Wi-Fi password, which they appear to claim is F. Joe Rogan.
I mean, again, like,
This guy's an idiot.
right.
You know, he must be mad. Joe Rogan must have just, roasted his ass when
Right.
it turned out he was a fraud.
Right.
And he's probably got
Mad cow disease or something.
Well, he's probably just pissed
much
off
steak,
because
yeah.
he got caught being a liar and a fraud,
I mean,
and he's been eating steroids forever. So he's like,
yeah,
"Oh,
he's
I fight Joe
roid-rated,
Rogan.
yeah.
I fight Joe Rogan. Liver King smash." Idiot. All right.
I still don't get, though, like,
Why
I mean,
arrested?
yeah.
I don't know. I there must be more to it than even what we're seeing. It could have been
Because I'm
something
thinking he
else.
had to-
Could have been something else that happened. It could be something we're not seeing here. I don't exactly
Was
know.
the threat made, like, while he was there in the town? I don't know.
Even if it was, it wouldn't matter. I mean, it's.
But
gotta
I
be
would think
something
that would hold more weight. Like, if you're in the town and you video yourself making these threats
Mm-hmm.
and put it out on the internet, I think that's going to hold, like, a little bit of credibility of, okay, maybe we should be worried about this guy.
Well, and probably the cops in Austin like Joe Rogan.
You're right. Right.
If I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, you're probably right.
fans of Joe. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're probably like, no, you're not gonna mess. You mess with Joe Rogan, you mess with all of us.
Right. But still, like,
I wish the LRPD would be that way for me. You mess with him, you mess with all.
They are that way with me, man.
Huh?
They're that way
Are
with
they?
me. Yeah.
Well, you're a lucky guy.
Right, I just,
I
they pull me over. They're like, "Oh, we're sorry, Mr. Rockwell."
Yeah, they
We'll let
say
you go
double
on
R
your-"
superstar.
I freaking wish.
That's what they call it. Double R superstar. We're sorry. We didn't even know it was you, buddy. We're going to keep going now. We
Right.
didn't know you had a new truck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're used
like
to
the
seeing
truck,
you.
by the way.
We're used to seeing the Buick ride
The
around.
old Buick. Yeah. We see you traded up. We're glad
Right.
for you. Happy for you.
No longer in the grandpa mobile.
Right. The Gramp wagon.
Just pass by me. It's okay. I'll get to your speed in about 10 minutes.
Hey, but that car rode great.
Dude, it did.
I mean, they rode like a cloud.
As much as I dogged on it,
They're good cars.
I was sad to hear that it died a horrible death.
death. Yeah, very undignified
Yeah.
death, huh?
Because that thing, dude,
Was it pretty trashed? Was it totaled?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's
you said,
total.
oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard, it was.
It was, you hadn't even seen it, so it just got hauled off, and that was that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's in
somebody
a
else. The
mountain
accident
yard.
happened. Yeah, I don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a sad ending to your longtime friend. How long
It
did
was,
you have that ride?
A year.
Oh, that's all? Oh, you weren't even that connected to it, man. Come on, man. Tactical Turkey said, "Who's ready for the wheel of paint on Friday?" Well, you mean shooting me with a paintball gun?
So he had recorded a little video and sent it to us on the
I need to
group
go
chat
look at
page.
it.
Yeah, you probably do.
I was real estate
He had sent it to
yesterday.
me, and I just didn't get a chance to get it loaded into the system for you. But
and it shows the impact of whatever he bought, maybe?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it shows him taking a couple shots. He was having some fun with it
Yeah.
yesterday, man.
Did
He
it
said he
look-
lit up a
look pretty
utility
powerful?
trailer. Oh yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
looks like you're
Makes
gonna
a
get
little
hurt.
noise when it hits. Got a little
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to sting
Oh,
pretty bad. It's going to hurt pretty bad, isn't it?
You're gonna have a nice size bruise.
Yeah. No, and I can't just do one shot. I mean, that wouldn't be fair. I got to at least take 2 or 3, right?
Wait, what?
Little doggy said, "I'm starting to think maybe Rich should take the shots." No, it's definitely going to be.
No, but
No,
it's
on me. I gotta sack up and take it, right? Yeah, no,
I was driving in though today, and I was like, maybe we should get him some sort of like, I don't know, not enough to absorb the whole entire pain,
No.
but some type
No.
of
No.
light protective
No.
measure.
no,
Dude, those things hurt.
yeah, no, it does. I got to do it. Got to do it.
Where are you gonna take it at?
I don't know. I'm still pause. I'm still thinking about that. Tasha said, "I'm praying for you Friday, Patrick." Thank you. I probably need that. I say take 3 shots up in the pressure each time. No, we don't want to span them out. Just put it at the high pressure and hit me with all 3. Bap, bap, bap. Let's get it done. Just bap, bap, bap. Like that. Just get it done.
No, we should totally draw it out.
No, you're a bastard for that. Yeah, you're right. I mean,
In
theory.
fact, I think tacticals should just like sit right there in the chair that's off camera that you can't see, and just in the middle of you doing the show, just
Just
randomly
to be able
just
to hit me in the middle of the show,
right.
actually.
Yeah.
You know, that would be interesting. That's kind of interesting. I'm going to be real skittish, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I might
He
think
could just,
about that.
yeah, exactly. He could just, prank
at
you
any
off
point.
camera the whole time, just start raising, and you'd be like, oh, and then be like, nah, I'm just kidding, man. He's got to catch you when you're off,
Yeah. Let's do something completely different here. Hold on. Let's see if I. Hold on. I'm trying to. There we go. We'll use that bit.
All right. Little doggy had gone on my TikTok and found
Yes,
the
you came in
videos.
Friday, Mike.
Absolutely, yeah. Speaking of him, he had gone on my TikTok and found the old videos from when I had the tens machine on.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, dude, this was the greatest day ever.
It was a good show. It was a good show. So these are warning labels that will make you feel very intelligent.
Okay.
On a wheelbarrow, there's a warning label that says, you ready? Not intended for highway use. Be throwing a motor on it? You're going to run it up to 65?
Hey, man.
Not intended for highway use.
Redneck ingenuity.
You got to look at that and go, wait a minute. Why do they have to put this on there?
Oh, dude.
What did they
Anytime there's a warning label that I look at and go, really? I'm like, but they had to do this for some reason.
Absolutely.
Somebody did this and
Yes.
then went through all
They
the
got
legal
sued.
channels.
They got sued.
Right. And they went, all right, we got to make people know this now.
How about this one? This is on a baby stroller. You ready?
Okay.
Remove child before folding. Because somebody thought they could fold the kid up in there, put it in the trunk, and just pop it out, kid and all, when they got where they were going, right?
Right. Look, it's just a 3-hour flight. You'll be fine up here. Overhead container.
All right, you ready? Warning label on a thermometer. Now, what could be a warning label on a thermometer, Rich?
I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, you are. Once used rectally, the thermometer should not be used orally. Tangy. You really have to tell somebody that, though. You got to tell somebody that. They didn't know.
Yeah.
Warning label on a Chipotle truck. Drivers do not carry burritos. That's funny.
Oh,
It's
okay.
actually funny.
Yeah,
just funny.
that seems like a nice little marketing.
Yeah, no, it's just funny. Warning label on an electric drill. This product is not intended for use as a dental drill. Somebody took their electric drill and tried to drill out.
Dude, hey, them toothaches can get bad, man.
Man,
I've done some crazy things to relieve some pain.
Yes, as well as I've never done that.
I know.
I've
Can't
never
say I
done
have,
that. But yeah. All right. Warning label on a takeout coffee cup.
Coffee is
Avoid pouring on the crotch area.
Yeah. That all came from that McDonald's
Yes, it
incident
did.
like years ago.
Yeah.
Everybody had to start doing that.
Warning label on a jet ski. Never use a lit match or open flame to check fuel level. No, please do. Please do. It's exactly what should happen.
So we can all enjoy the firework.
Yeah, we'll watch that.
Right. I'm
Warning,
surprised. I thought it was going to be something that was like, cannot be used as a jet.
right. Warning label on a bottle of dog medicine. May cause drowsiness. Use care when operating a car.
Okay.
Yeah, no, in other words, in other news, you're letting your dog drive a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Warning label on a dishwasher. Do not allow children to play in the dishwasher. This is what all the kids want to do. They want to get in the dishwasher and play, right? Did your kids, they love to play in
mine
the
did,
dishwasher?
yeah.
You take the shelves out, just let them go in there, run a cycle with them in it.
Right,
Yeah, they hear it. You want bath time?
Mine, when he was a baby, he used to like to sit on the door of the dishwasher,
Yeah.
though. That was
Yeah.
a weird thing. I was like, get off the dishwasher.
No, if you just got to turn the temperature down.
Right.
You just put them in there and let that wash cycle go.
Right, man. It's
Next
like a
time,
free bath.
They'll take a bath every time after that.
Absolutely.
Just one time of that. And they will take a bath with no argument every time after. True warning label on a box of rat poison has been found to cause cancer in laboratory mice.
Oh,
Yeah, well, it's going to kill these.
right. Yeah, that's gonna make me buy that product, man.
Little doggy said, our friend Lori gave me a whole page of red labels that say for rectal use only. I would be strategically putting those all over town on things. I swear to God, I'd be somewhere and I'd see something and I'd put it right there. Take a little picture and walk away. Just walk away. That'd be great. When we were on a cruise, I don't know, maybe the last cruise we were on, we had some googly eyes somehow. I don't know how we ended up with them, but we put them on some art in the ship on the picture on the eyeballs, so it looked like
The picture was looking at you. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. We laughed so hard. The other thing we used to like to do is if we went over to a friend's house, we would rearrange pictures.
Oh,
when
yeah?
they weren't in the room or stuff, or leave a picture of us in a frame. Which is a lot of fun to do because people don't look at the pictures that they've got up. They,
Right.
they have blindness to it because they've been there so long.
Right, they see it
But
all the
at some
time.
point,
Yeah.
they look at it and go, "Wait a minute!" And that's the greatest when you get that call. Hey, I found that picture. Yeah. Warning label on a Razor scooter. This product moves when used. Yeah, thanks. That's why I bought it, asshole. Warning label on a hairdryer. Do not use while sleeping.
Oh,
Somebody said to themselves,
Wow.
You know what? I'll take a nap. I'm just going to lay the hairdryer here. While I'm taking a nap, it'll dry my hair.
wow.
They woke up with their hair on fire.
Yeah, that's a special kind of stupid.
Yeah, no, that is.
Yeah.
Warning label on a package of fireplace logs. Risk of fire. Warning label on a fishing hook. Harmful if swallowed.
Oof.
Yeah, to the fish.
Yeah.
Warning label on a can of pepper spray. May irritate eyes. Warning label on a cartridge for a laser printer. Do not eat toner. Who the is eating toner, man?
Hey,
They had to put that on.
I hear it's high in protein, man.
Probably
It's
so.
a balanced part of a liquid diet.
You know what a letter opener is, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
wouldn't think that'd come with a warning.
I mean,
Safety
maybe sharp.
goggles recommended.
What?
Safety goggles.
You're talking about the little, knife that you put
Yeah.
in the envelope and
The
cut it
butter
open,
knife
right?
that you cut an envelope.
So somebody was doing that and accidentally stabbed themselves in the eye.
Yes.
And said, "Man, I wish they would have told me I needed
should have told
safety
me.
goggles."
They
Right.
should have told me I needed safety glasses. No, what they told you should have told you is you're a tard bark and you shouldn't have it.
Right. Don't open it like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened, man. I guarantee
See,
you.
these kind of instructions are the problem with humanity.
Yeah, this
These
is.
are, the fact that we have to point it out, honestly, used to be you just let people F them around and find out.
Right, right.
Just, hey, good luck to you.
Well,
That's
you
great,
know. Survival of the fittest, but we want to give them a fighting opportunity.
Do we?
I mean,
Do we, though?
At least for our own entertainment. If
For
nothing
entertainment,
else.
maybe, but not for the betterment of the species.
I mean, yeah, you're not gonna stop the inevitable, but hey, at least you can maybe protect it along the way a little bit. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. To read this article, enter your email address. I will
No.
not. I will not. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it this way. Let's see if I can cheat them.
uh-oh,
Yeah, right?
you and the secret.
Let's see here.
Is it that good of a story?
It kind of is, yeah.
Okay.
If I'm being honest with you, it really is. So hold on. I'm going to scroll down here. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Okay. Pull up. There we go. All right. At first glance, the tiny object, barely the size of. Oh, I got asked out. Damn, you got me on that one, too. Sons of bitches. It's a mosquito-sized drone that China's made.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a drone the size of a mosquito.
I read something the other day. They made a drone, too, or tested out a drone that was like a weather-changing drone. Like it could change the weather.
Yeah, we need that.
Break up clouds.
Sure
yeah.
do need that.
Right?
No, that sounds great. We absolutely need that.
I saw another one speaking about AI and whatever. There was one yesterday where somebody I don't know, I'm not that technical. I'm sure probably Gunner would know or something, but somebody went into Chat GPT and said run this code, and it's some code that basically wipes a whole computer clean. Like operating software, it's like get
somebody
the
just randomly
computers.
put it in and it killed their computer?
Well, no, they told it. They were like, "Hey, will you create a program to run the?" And the AI basically came back and was like, "No, that is against my ethics, and that will destroy a computer, and you should." Yeah, it was kind of interesting to know that. Yeah. Anyways, whatever.
Here we go. In a video published by state media. See, they don't even hide it in China. It's like our media works for us.
Right.
Yeah, it's state media. By state media, scientists are seen holding up the mosquito-like drone, which they say will perform a range of military and civilian activities. Mm-hmm. Experts warn the miniature size will mean it can easily and covertly access private indoor areas, listening on conversations. Yeah, so it's got 2 yellow leaf-like wings, a black thin body, 3 wiry legs. The size means it's much quieter, of course. It could mean greater access to restricted areas. Oh, sorry, that was a sneeze I'm fighting off there. Said that they would be interested in using them for various intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
Yeah, this is this kind of stuff where it gets a little bit scary.
Right.
When you got drones the size of a mosquito.
So how long until we start having to have little drone signal blockers in our house or something for privacy?
Something that alerts you, like a drone warning type
scenario
that says drone
detected.
Drone detected. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the AI wouldn't do that?
It wouldn't run that code that would destroy a computer.
Because
yeah.
it was against its ethics, so to speak.
Yeah.
In that case.
Yeah, it was
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Some of them maybe have ethics, others don't, I guess. I wouldn't think that the drones in China are nearly as ethical.
Yeah, probably not.
No, because your rights aren't your rights in China. That's their rights,
But China's so great, man. I want to go live there.
Yeah, no, why don't you? Yeah, no, go ahead, try it.
They have all the things that I see on Facebook show how awesome it is, man.
I mean, everybody's happy. They all work together for the greater good. They have jobs created. It's a wonderful place. Then free speech is very valuable.
Absolutely, man.
You can go riot out in the middle of Tiananmen Square and say anything you want.
I mean, I can
and
go
then
there
get a
and
tank run over you.
I can go there and have a nice, cool, calm bonfire car burning experience, and they'll just.
That's one thing you'll never hear from them.
Yeah? No, they don't.
People just out here having fun, burning cars.
Yeah.
Watching cars on fire. Yeah, that will never happen.
Sounds like a great time, man. I go there.
Of course.
Set a car on fire, have some General Chow's.
No, they
call it a night, man.
They take care of you there, right?
Right.
In China. Yeah. Look, I've never been. I can't, say that I've ever been, but I've seen enough to know that, they don't tolerate, they're not religiously tolerant for sure. You have to follow whatever their protocols are on that kind of stuff. I mean, they're very intolerant in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And free speech, certainly the chiefest among them. It's like when I saw the craziest thing to me that I couldn't rectify was seeing the people with the rainbow flag marching for Gaza.
Yeah.
And I was like, they'd kill you, right? You understand, if you showed up waving that in Gaza, you would be dead.
You're done right there.
You're just dead.
Right. No questions asked. DEA dead.
Stones or bullets are coming.
Right.
And you're done. So what are you doing there? You're rooting for your own demise?
Right.
It seems dumb. I don't know. Maybe it's me. But that seems counterintuitive to me.
Right.
People are so ignorant, man. All right. This is from BuzzFeed. And the things that 90s people are convinced no one else remembers or that Gen Z would not understand.
Okay, let's hear this because I feel like I'm a 90s
You're a 90s
person.
person.
I was, 86, 90s, yeah.
I was going to say the things from the 90s they're convinced nobody else remembers or at the very least Gen Z wouldn't get it.
Okay.
A step further from the purple and green ketchup, there was a butter that came in blue or pink. As a kid, this was the highlight of my breakfast. Parquet Fun Squeeze. Do you remember that?
I do not.
Blue or pink butter.
Nope. I never ever had blue or pink butter.
Sounds bad. Yeah. Sounds like a lot of dye that probably was
right. That was probably not good. Yeah.
This is why kids are autistic now. The Nickelodeon show Wienerville. There have to be people out there who have the image of grown men's heads on little bodies burned into their memory like me. You remember Wienerville?
I do not.
Anybody remember Wienerville? Sounds like the worst name ever for a show. There's actually a promo for it right there. OK Soda was the name of it. OK Soda. Weird advertising that didn't resonate with most people. Tasted like a mix of Coca-Cola and orange soda.
Ew.
That sounds pretty
I
nasty.
don't remember that either.
Man, none of these are really.
None of these are ringing a bell to me.
Yeah. Okay. Nickelodeon Gack. It was a weird, almost toxic, gelatinous goop that was basically ruined the moment it touched any part of the house or outside.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
I think
that
I remember that
stuff? I
stuff.
do
It
remember
was
Gack.
basically slime, but
Yeah,
yeah.
slime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing I remember from the night was the getting slimed on Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
all that green, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty common.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The commercial for Creepy Crawlers that played during Saturday morning cartoons.
I loved that thing. I had one, and I was having this conversation with somebody like a couple of months back. I don't remember who it was, but
Really?
we were talking, and I was like, "Hey, remember all the girls had the Easy Bake ovens, and all the boys had the Creepy Crawler ovens," and they were like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "It was this cool. You had the tray, and you put the little glue in, and then you bake it, and it'd come out with this little, you could make like scorpions or spiders, and I loved the thing, man. They had no idea what I was talking about, and I was like, yeah.
Hey.
Anyways.
Hey, I had an Easy Bake Oven.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot
Yeah,
about
does
you.
it? Does it?
I mean,
I liked to bake cakes when I was a kid. What else?
I bet you did.
I did have an Easy Bake Oven. I don't know why my mom got it for me,
Make
but
yourself a lot of buttholes to eat.
man, what's wrong with you, dude? Yes, it's 7. That's 7. I was just like my dog walking around trying to sniff ass. Sun in. So many people, so many orange-haired people walking around after they sprayed it in their hair and went to the beach. Never turned blonde, just ugly orange.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Sun in.
That was when, spray tanning first came out.
Yeah, and it was the terrible
It
kind
was,
of spray tan.
dude. You would have looked like a carrot.
Yeah. Water babies.
Everybody could look like Trump.
Right? The baby doll you'd fill with water. I loved mine. It was arguably my favorite baby doll, the person here said.
Okay.
I don't know you ladies, I'm not even going to say that. Somebody.
You didn't have the water baby?
I didn't have the water baby.
No? Man, what?
Yeah, I
Your parents just didn't love you enough?
No,
They gave you an Easy Bake oven.
Yeah.
They want to get you the water baby, too?
No, I asked for it 3 times. 7-layer burritos from Taco Bell.
Yup.
Also, their bacon
Taco
cheeseburger
Bell
burrito.
in general. Taco Bell used to be so cheap.
And cool.
Yeah.
And good.
You could go there and get, the 24-pack of tacos for, $10 or
Yeah.
something, man.
Yeah.
And, I did that the other day with my kid. It was, $50.
Yeah,
and I was
no,
like, what the? Are you kidding me right
Yeah,
now?
I had that same experience. I hadn't gone to Taco Bell in forever. It's not my favorite to begin with. But that's what everybody wanted. And it was me, Laura, and Tyler.
Yeah.
I went through the drive-thru, and they just told me what they wanted, so I just ordered it. I didn't even think about it. And when they said $52,
Yeah, man.
Is this Taco Bell?
Yeah, that's what I
This is a
said.
loan shark, bitch. These are tacos, man.
And
Stop.
tell me, have y'all changed anything in the recipe? Is this, New York strip steak in these chalupas now?
No.
No.
Clearly, the nacho cheese is expensive.
I'm telling you, man. I was like, I'd be glad this is I will make tacos at home for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pop Quiz microwave popcorn. Remember that? Popcorn that came with a quiz or something in it?
No.
Okay.
I probably just ate the popcorn.
Yeah. Those little cans of air freshener that look like Fancy Feast cat food.
Oh, yeah.
that
Those
had
are
a
still
scratch and
around.
Sniff label. Yeah, you can still get those
Yeah.
in some places.
Any, tobacco store.
AutoZone. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I remember they used to have something that people used a lot in the weed smoking community.
Yeah.
It was a spray, and it came in a big aerosol can called Indian House Money Blessing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was the weed cover spray.
That was the weed cover.
Yeah, the weed cover spray. If you had that, you automatically, as soon as you saw it, you knew, oh, you get high.
All right.
You smoke weed, dude. Nobody who didn't had that stuff, man. Let's see. Clear phones. You could turn the ringer off, and it would just light up when it rang. Best phone ever.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, now those are.
Yeah, that was popular.
Wasn't a cell phone; it was a regular phone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it plugged into your wall, but there was
Yeah.
a popular phone to have for the kids or,
It is kind of cool.
the teenagers where their parents actually loved them and bought them
Yeah,
their own
cared
like
about
phone
it, yeah.
line and
Yeah, they actually encouraged them to use the phone, unlike my dad.
Mine was like, write them a letter.
Yeah,
It's
right.
cheaper. Getting.
Dolly the sheep being cloned.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, that I do remember that because everybody thought, what does that mean?
Right.
Are
That
we-
was
are
like
we
the
making
big
real
development
clones?
of the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, now a clone is not you can clone your pet too.
Right.
But it's only genetically the same. It's not the same personality or anything.
Right,
No. It's just another dog that looked like your dog did.
Absolutely.
So it may not even like you. you may clone a dog and it doesn't even like you.
Fluffy version 2.0 may bite your face off.
Yeah, may hate you. VHS versus Betamax. Yeah, that's more. I guess that's 90s, but a lot of that was 80s too.
I was going to say that must have been like right on the cusp.
Betamax was better. VHS won.
Right.
That's what happened. There was also that way with like DVDs, because you had the DVD, then the HD DVD, then the Blu-ray DVD.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, you had to have a Blu-ray player.
Remember the laser discs? They were like
they were
freaking
giant.
huge.
It was like
Yeah.
a record album.
That was the greatest, yeah.
Yeah, that was another big fail. I mean, it
Yeah.
worked for about 10 minutes and then it didn't. Blowing into the Nintendo cartridge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody remembers that.
That was a rite of passage.
Yeah, you had to do that to make it work.
Right.
You get a little fuzz in there and some bitch would jink out on you. Be all squirrely,
I always would get so mad. You'd be in the middle of the game and it'd like freeze and then it'd start flashing and you're like, ah.
Oh, son of a. Yeah, sometimes they'd overheat.
Yeah, yep.
Because they didn't have good cooling systems. They didn't expect.
And there wasn't any save your game.
No, you started from the beginning every time. That's why you had to get good at it. you
Right.
know? It's like, you either put in a lot of quarters or a lot of hours or both. Okay, let's see if there's one more on here. I remember the sports drink All Sport.
Oh, yeah, that was so
It was
gross.
as popular as Gatorade in the 90s.
Yeah, I remember it. I was never a fan.
I don't remember that one. Singled Out with Chris Hardwick and Jenny McCarthy. You remember that show?
No.
No.
No, don't remember that one.
The game Ask Xandar. In the commercial, the wizard goes, "You'll get a phone call about this," and the phone rang. That legit happened to my friend once. We still laugh about it. That's kind of funny. Mystery Mansion? No?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. Skip It?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was a toy on the little like string
Yeah,
thing, and
yeah.
you did count how many times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else here. Do one more here. The Adventure of Timmy the Tooth? No?
No, never heard of that one.
All right, we got to do one more. It's got to be one you remember.
Looking at
Okay, here you go. Here's a TV show. Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Do you remember that show?
Nope.
That was a good show,
Was it?
actually. Yeah, I liked that, actually. And finally, how good toys from drive-thrus were. Yeah, I mean, back in the early days of the drive-thru, kind of like getting a toy and cereal. You could get some pretty good shit that turned out to be collectibles. Now, nobody
Yeah, I remember the
cares.
Was the Beanie Babies during the 90s?
Yeah. You could get beanies,
Man.
little beanie babies. You could get all kinds of different
Those
things.
that was the
They're-
craziest time.
They're
Like,
still collected. They're still valuable. They're still out there. People still hold on to them.
dude, so many people used to like to the point like where you would go to the manager of the store and make friends with them and find out when their like
Yes,
shipment
you could
was
get-
coming in and
It was like the Pokemon before Pokemon.
yeah,
It really was.
crazy.
It was like,
was.
you were looking for the Charizard of the
Right.
the beanies, whichever that one may have been.
I gotta fit in a break, man.
All right.
All right.
Well, we'll do a break then, for God's sake, man. Josh Taylor over at First Horizon just did it again. I just had another first-time home buyer, a couple who got into a home. Literally, they paid $500 to get into this home. That's right, $500 total dollars is what they paid to get into their new home. Why? Because First Horizon Bank has grant money that they offer, whether it's income-based you're a professional or a first responder, they have grant money for all of that, and it can help pay your down payment, your closing cost, and more. Josh is good people. He's just like you and I, and he can help you out. Look, you want to get into a house for $500? Yeah, Josh Taylor's the guy to call. 351-2579. It's 351-2579. Josh Taylor over at First Horizon Bank, and you tell him that Patrick sent you, all right? You know, a lot of times you might not hear cool and attorney in the same line, but when I'm talking about Riggin Law, you will, because Kristen Riggin and her crew are just cool people. You know, going to an attorney can be intimidating, and you feel like you're being talked down to. They're talking in legalese, and it's scary. Not with Kristen. She's going to break it down to you just like I would, sit there and talk to you, kind of work it out and figure it out in the fair and right way. Doesn't matter if it's divorce or custody or if it's elder law. They do a lot of stuff to help out with you know, court situations where you may have a family member who's died and you've got something going into probate. Man, you don't want to argue with your siblings over that. Don't put yourself in that position. That's what Riggin Law does. They'll help you work through the probate and all of that. If you've got a custody issue, even a criminal issue, it doesn't matter. Kristen can help you. And man, they are an amazing group of people. You can give them a call, 249-1289. It's 249-1289. Or just go to rigginlaw.com and tell Kristen we sent you.
Cream. Long on stories, but short on plots. Yeah, I'm taking a ride on the party train. The workday grind is in the past. Don't ask me to engage my brain. I'm trying like hell to get to nowhere fast. My ticket on fire, yeah, it burns slow but works so speedy. Wanna eat something healthy right out the deep fryer. You know I love it when you say it's so mean, hey. They say you gotta get up just to get down. Truth be told, you just gotta get right. You don't get in water because you wanna drown, and you gotta let the sun go if you wanna find the night. Yeah, I'm taking a ride. To nowhere fast. I'm trying like hell to get to nowhere fast. Hey engineer, just a little break so I can jump down but turn up, hit the watering hole so I can partake. Add to the fun with a full cup. Can you hear that sound? It's a buzz within another buzz. I'm on my way to getting unwound. The spirit's a partner with my brain fun. Yeah, I'm taking a ride on the party train. The workday grind is in the past. Don't ask me to engage my brain. I'm trying to get to nowhere fast. naughty. Feeling the flow of the steel drum. Your big cake shaking in the street. Music playing for everybody, yeah. But I know you're wanting them sheets. Sexy lady, I wanna put it on ya. Not sure you're gonna believe this. I wanna give you that but shit, I got that summer penis. It's too damn hot, man. Stout, feeling like getting shaggy. Mommy, without a doubt, but the heat got mother dangle saggy. It's got my franken and beans laid out on the bed, man. He's having little tiny dreams, come on, wake your head, man. Sexy lady, I wanna put it on ya. Not sure you're gonna believe this. I wanna give you that shit, I got that summer penis. Somebody turn down that sun, man. I'm on, you got me crying. You know she got them double D's. If the heat hits and it's dying, don't matter if it's to the knees. Sexy lady, I wanna put it on ya. Not sure you're gonna believe this. I wanna give you that shit, I got that summer penis. Cause it's too goddamn hot, man. Crying, you know she got them double D's. If the heat hits and it's dying, don't matter if it's to the knees. Sexy lady, I wanna put it on ya. Not sure you're gonna believe this. I wanna give you that shit, I got that summer penis. Cause it's too goddamn hot, man. Summer penis, yeah, man, it's in between us. No, man, it ain't the Mars and Venus. No, man, it's the damn summer penis.
Why would I make something like that? Why would I do such a thing? It's wrong, Rich. It was very wrong. I'm embarrassed of myself.
I had to play it, man, to make everybody, it's very hot outside.
Yeah. And
you know, something
Brandon
that's...
said Rich has to tinkle. Okay, man. Did you tinkle?
Thanks for just putting my business out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I needed a break.
Well, sometimes it
Water's
happens,
just
right?
going through me, man.
Yeah, I understand that.
I was just catching this news story about apparently a man in Texas showed up to federal court, was it?
Yeah?
Yeah. Without an attorney, and his choice of wardrobe was a shirt that says "World's Best Farter."
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. No attorney and world's best farter.
Yeah.
No, the judge is really going to take you seriously. You're definitely avoiding a jail sentence, right?
The judge asked him, "What made you think that was a good shirt to wear to court this morning?"
Yeah. Yeah. To which he said, "Seems funny." It made me laugh.
Apparently, yeah. So, yeah, apparently he mumbled it was the only shirt he could find to wear. The judge snapped back, "That's all you could find? That's the only shirt you had in your closet. World's best farter." That's great.
No, that is great.
Yeah.
That is great. Yeah. You were talking about things that we went through a lot of things. Some of them you knew, but you said there were other things in the 90s you did remember.
Yeah, there was I was talking and I was surprised they didn't mention in there, which was one I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was the toy that, you skip it, pop it, punch it, twist it, roll it. Yeah, it was a fun little game. What else was I talking about? There was, there's been a Mandela effect, whatever they call it. Mandela effect.
Mandela,
that's it, yeah. about the Berenstain Bears forever.
Oh, really?
And the spelling of it. Like, some people remember it being like B-A-R, and other people say it was
B-E-A.
B-A-R. Yeah, B-E-A-R. Yeah.
That's interesting. I always think those are interesting when people
remember
point those out.
8 balls were popular in the 90s.
The Magic
too.
8 Ball?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
had
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of those.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that was dope. You when you had you shake it up. maybe.
Right. Right.
Shake it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that all that. Yeah. Yeah, that.
Question. Answer not clear yet. Come on.
Yeah. What about
Does so-and-so have a crush
The
on-
Bop It. It was a hair thing.
Oh, yeah.
Lift your hair up.
Yep.
Yeah, because
remember
they
that.
wanted that taller hair for some reason.
And of course, I had the what was it? Oh gosh, the Talk Boy from Home Alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember the little cassette recording device?
Like what? Kind of like a Walkman.
Yeah, it was like the Walkman, but it was what Kevin McAllister used. He could record in it and
Oh,
change
yeah,
the
yeah,
voice,
yeah,
and he
yeah,
played it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What about hypercolor shirts?
Hypercolor shirts? Like,
Yeah, they were shirts where you touch them and it changed the color.
no, I wasn't that
No.
cool.
Yeah, they had those were popular for a little bit. Maybe it was the late '80s. Those were popular. I don't know, but they were real big.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were the big brand names for you? Were Gerbeau's still big? Mérite and Francois Gerbeau
I
jeans.
don't remember. No, jeans was Jinko
Yeah.
jeans,
Yeah,
and
Jinkos.
Pacos.
Paco Rabanne.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Any
Those
any
were real
jeans
big
with
with
the big
pockets all
yeah,
over.
with the big flare out jeans and the deep pockets.
Yeah,
and, yeah.
the more like a dress your jeans looked, the better it was.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that
for
was-
sure.
yeah.
I never liked that look. And chain wallets were
Yep,
huge.
yep.
Yeah, you'd wear those with a chain wallet and some kind of grunged out, band T-shirt, which you'd never heard of the band before. It was like, Fetus Crushers,
Yep.
and you'd wear those with your wallet chain and your little lip ring or whatever it was that you
Yeah.
had to show that you were a
rebel.
goth baby rebel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're sticking it to the system,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, goth got
Looking
real
like an
big in the
idiot.
90s.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you always knew those people, and you're like, oh, yeah, okay.
That and the parachute pants with the bondage straps, they called it.
Yeah,
Yep. I had a
that
pair
was
of those.
big. That was big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What other fashion things? What kind of shoes were big?
That's what I
I
was
mean,
trying
obviously
to think of.
Nike and Reebok were big.
Yeah, those
back
were
then.
always the big ones.
Yeah, Reebok was a super big brand for a long time, man, and then I don't know what happened. It just wasn't.
I remember I was just having this conversation with my friend the other day too, because I just back from Michigan. We've been friends for a long time. But remember street hockey as a kid, playing street
No,
hockey? Everybody
because-
rollerblades.
Yeah, see that here.
Never took
Hockey,
off.
Not a big thing here.
Okay.
You understand? We tried with the razor blades. That was our arena hockey team.
The razor blade.
It lasted like 12 seconds. Yeah, the razor blades. That's right. They thought, oh, that's clever. Let's do that.
Right.
Yeah, no, it sounds great.
Well, we used to. Sorry, hang on. I was getting a message from the sitter.
Oh, Brandon, yeah, Heelys or wheelies.
That's what I was trying to
Heelys
think
and
of.
wheelies or
Yeah.
whatever, the shoes
yeah,
that,
yeah.
that had the wheels in them.
Those
Yeah.
came back for a while too.
Yeah, did
Yeah,
they?
recently? It was like 2000s or whatever, but yeah, nobody got into the Shaq
Brandon
shoes.
said, look on PATP music playlist on YouTube. Do we have, how many songs do we have to,
don't know.
we don't
I'll go
have
look
them
it
all up there yet, do we? I'm sure
I
we don't have
doubt
all
it.
of them.
No, I
Right?
can't imagine.
Winner's Choice was huge in my house. Little doggy, I remember that. Winner's
was
Choice.
Winner's Choice?
That's like Pro Kids.
What?
Pro Kids. Yeah, it was like Pro Wings, I mean. Was the version of Pro Kids. Winner's Choice was like the discount version of a shoe. It wasn't the name brand. It was
Oh, okay.
Rustler jeans. Yeah, those were knockoffs of Wrangler. You were Rustler. Yeah, no. The worst for me when I was a kid was my mom buying jeans for me from Sears that were called Husky.
I was
It was
just
like
about to
nothing like
mention-
putting fat ass right there on your ass for everybody. Oh, look, Mr. Husky Pants. Now, that's not embarrassing at all to put that on there. It's like you may as well put your waist size in giant numbers. 42. God damn, what? Yeah, you know.
We have 11 videos on the PAT.
Oh, so no, we're about 40 short
Yeah,
right now. But that's good that it's on that we
Yeah.
have those. We're starting to get them on there now.
starting to.
All right, we do need to do this, man.
Do we?
Yeah. That's what the boss said.
Okay. The boss. Who's the boss?
Me.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunchtime,
That's right,
some
Luke.
guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning some honey. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny.
Sometimes it is.
This shit ain't funny.
Sometimes it is funny, Luke. I'll be honest. 3 hikers in California died after jumping into a waterfall, and they failed to resurface. Yeah. No, see, this is what happens when you watch movies all the time. You just jump into thinking, "Oh no, I'll be fine. I'm going to land down at the bottom. It's going to be cool, right?"
Tom Cruise can do it. Why can't I?
Why can't I? Sure. The Placer County Sheriff's Office said on June 18th, deputies made contact with 3 hikers who said 3 other men in their group jumped into Rattlesnake Falls. You see, the name is Rattlesnake Falls. Just stop right there. Why?
Right.
Why? Why would you even? I'm not jumping anywhere called Rattlesnake Falls. Apparently, that's in Soda Springs, California. They jumped in and never came out of the water. Deputies described the terrain as extremely remote and difficult to access, which made rescue attempts challenging. They added that Rattlesnake Falls, north of Lake Tahoe, was located several miles in on a steep, difficult hiking trail. So these guys are really morons. For sure. Yeah.
Dumb ways to
Do you think that one of them, the 2 of them were hype about it? One of them's like, "I don't know, guys. This seems like a bad idea." They're like, "Don't be a pussy, man. Come on.
Come on, man.
We're all going to do it. We're going to do it at the same time. We'll be fine.
It'll be great.
You're going to be up here looking down. We're going to be having the time of our life. You're an idiot."
It's just rattlesnakes,
all right,
man.
fine. I'll do it.
Right.
I'll do it. 30 seconds later, they don't come up.
Nope.
As he was falling down, he was like, "Yeah, no, I was right. This was a bad idea. This was a real bad idea." I remember, and I may have mentioned it once before, that this happened here locally, and it's the worst. One of the worst things I'd ever heard. Was out in Bauxite. There's a lot of blue holes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And lots of people, will go swim in a blue hole, whatever. It's not uncommon, or it didn't used to be. But there was an area in Bauxite where they had a kind of a cliff area, and people would jump off. And but these guys went to do it, and I think they must have been too far from where you're really supposed to do it or whatever, because when the guy jumped in, and he went straight down into the clay mud.
Oh.
Straight down into it, and couldn't get out. He drowned that way.
Oh my goodness.
That's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's pretty horrible.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bad. All right, let's do this one. An experienced skydiver is dead after her parachute struck another jumper at a Georgia airport over the weekend.
Oh.
The victim, 48-year-old Jasmine Black, a seasoned skydiver, more than 160 jumps under her belt. That's a lot of jumping.
Yeah.
It's a lot of jumping. The initial investigation revealed the parachute struck the gear of a fellow jumper while the pair were approaching a landing zone at Skydive Atlanta. So they cut away. She cut away her main parachute. That involves disconnecting the gear from a diver's harness, in the event of an emergency, and then you deploy the emergency parachute. But she was too low.
Oh.
And the parachute couldn't deploy quickly enough to get what she needed. So authorities were called to the facility about 4:30, where first responders located a deceased skydiver on the tarmac. Said it's a tragic event. We're keeping her family in our prayers, as well as everyone else involved, because the person whose gear it got caught on, they had to feel a type of way about that, like, even though it wasn't their fault.
Yeah,
But you feel like, somehow I took them out.
Right.
Or was it on purpose? I don't know. The FAA is investigating. No, it certainly was not on purpose. But they're investigating the packing of the main and reserve parachutes and the rules of flight for the pilot and aircraft. My question would be, did you let them jump too close after one another?
Right.
That could have been the case. But again, this sounds like it was so close to landing, even if it didn't happen up high.
There wasn't nothing that could be done.
So it seems like that the person who had all the experience just made a mistake. And got too close.
Look, like
160 jumps out of a plane. If you're one of 161, that's still good odds.
Right. Like,
I mean, that's still good odds, right?
unfortunately, sometimes when it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
I'm
you
thinking
know?
160 times. I'm at some point, probably before 160, I'm like, I probably pushed my limit. enough.
Right.
The law
right.
of averages says I'm going to die if I keep doing this.
Right.
I mean,
right.
doesn't it? Honestly,
I mean, I would think so.
yeah. At some point,
Like, look, it's just a matter of. I've said the same thing back when I used to drive taxis. I was like, I'm out driving a car 12 hours a day, 5-6 days a week. The law of averages say if I'm going to get in a car accident, it's going to happen while I'm in my taxi.
Yes.
You know? And it did. I was involved in a couple of accidents.
oh, were you?
Same thing. I mean, nothing major, but same thing with, skydiving.
If you're a taxi driver, I assume that can cause a problem for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so what has to happen then? I mean, what do they do?
Well, it really depends. I mean, of course, it depends on whether it was your fault or whether it was the other driver's
Right,
fault.
assuming it's yours.
Assuming it's your fault, you're out of a lot of money
Yeah.
because you're probably, you're probably paying for the damage to be repaired to the cab
Oh.
out of your pocket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Plus,
the deductible?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, okay.
I mean, a lot of times when you're a taxi driver, you are self-insured.
Oh, okay.
So it's whatever
You have to carry your own.
Yeah, you have to carry your own, and of course, most taxi drivers don't. So it's a cash job.
Yeah.
So you just you pay the repairs out of your
Wow,
pocket.
that's wild.
Maybe make out a payment plan or something. But yeah, you're not getting off scot free.
How much did it cost? I mean, how much did you pay in on as a taxi driver versus what you earned?
So I'm sure every place is different, but the way that ours worked, it depended on the shift that you're working. I usually worked like daytime shift.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a 50-50 split. Out of all of our fares that we made, 50% went back to
the house.
to the house for essentially the lease fee of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And then I
Maintenance,
got
lease, all that. Yeah.
right, and then I got the other 50%, and then out of my 50%, I had to pay the gas. But any tips that I got were 100% mine.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal was you'd
Get
go
tips.
out, right, you get enough tips to cover your gas, and then, whatever you
Keep the
made.
money.
Right, yep.
All right. Let's do one more story before we end the day. Have you ever seen the show Cobra Kai?
Yeah,
You have?
yeah.
Okay, a lot of people probably remember Karate Kid, the original
Right.
one, and the guy who was the instructor, who was the villain.
Right, it was originally, I forget what his real
Yeah,
name is.
but in Cobra Kai, they
It's the
switched
same
the
guy.
stories,
Yeah.
though, right? So where he wasn't the villain anymore, it was really Ralph Macchio was the villain, right? Isn't
Oh,
how
is that?
Is that how it worked on Cobra Kai?
I don't remember, no.
thought
I
they
only,
kind of turned it like that, but nonetheless, you know this guy.
yeah, I know, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about in Cobra Kai. Well, apparently, Cobra Kai star Alicia Hannah Kim accused 78-year-old franchise star Martin Kove of biting her Sunday at a fan convention.
No?
The actress didn't file charges, but it did create a visible bite mark and bruising on her arm. Police asked the actor to leave the Comic-Con.
Oh, he bit her.
Yeah, after being called in to address the incident. According to the report, Hannah Kim approached him in a VIP area to say hi. When she tapped him on the shoulder, he suddenly grabbed her arm and bit her upper arm so hard it nearly drew blood. She yelled out in pain. After she cried out, he allegedly started kissing the bitten area.
Okay, then.
The actress left to find her convention handler and husband. Oh, yeah, this is
Oh, now it's getting good.
who went and confronted him. The Karate Kid alum reportedly exploded on him, saying something to the effect of, "How dare they confront him? He didn't do anything wrong." After being approached by the cops, he admitted to biting her, and he thought he was being funny. He said they play fight all the time on the set of Cobra Kai. Yeah, but it doesn't involve you putting your mouth on their body. You see, there's no prank where putting your mouth on someone's body is a good idea unless you're married to them.
Right.
And even then, you best be cautious with it. Yeah, don't put your mouth on other people. Matter of fact, just don't put your mouth on things that aren't food.
Right. That's
For the main
good-
rule,
good
it's a
rule
good
of
rule of
thumb.
thumb.
Right.
If it's not something I'm eating for
Good
food,
base
for
rule.
sustenance, I probably shouldn't have it in my
I
mouth.
mean, but then, you
Some
say
things
that
you light
and,
on fire, and you know it's not exactly lunch, but
until the cannibalism dude walks up and is like, well,
No.
I I eat people for food.
No, he doesn't. There's no cannibal dudes walking up. You don't know any
It's a
cannibal
normal
dudes.
thing, man.
Yeah. They're
You
all
know
over
Jim the
place.
cannibal guy from down
No,
the street?
there's no Jim the cannibal guy down the street. No. We did have the most exotic thing we had in our neighborhood was a set of lesbians.
Oh,
A
yeah?
pair of lesbians that lived on our street. And the boys we'd always go up and try to look in the window in hopes we might see some lesbian action popping off, because it seemed like it would be hot. And thinking back, they honestly, neither one of them were very attractive.
Yeah.
I think it was more the idea that it was so crazy in our mind.
Right,
back then
and
as
it's right
kids.
there on the street,
And it was
yeah.
on the street. They had to know. They had to know that kids were trying to look in the window all the time. Like trying to catch them, thinking they'd be doing scissors or something
Right,
stupid
just
like
right there
that.
in the- yeah.
Like that's what lesbians do is
Right.
they scissor. Yeah, only in movies.
Just hanging out on the couch.
Nobody really scissors. It's the dumbest thing.
Watching Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, watching while scissoring.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly.
No,
That's
they
what you were
probably
hoping.
were watching Wheel of Fortune,
Yeah.
just normally eating a couple corn dogs and chips together. Here we are peeking in the window open. We're going to see some boob on boob action. You know what I mean? Oh, man, yeah. Kids are terrible people, aren't
Right.
they? Yeah. Well, we just got excited. What's going on? Anything you need to promote today?
Let's see. Of course, I won't be here tomorrow. We've got the plate calls and plates at the Washita Bar and Grill tomorrow.
So I need somebody to come in tomorrow and be an extra.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that'd be
you
good.
You might want
I'll have
somebody.
Bundy coming in, but it'd be good to have somebody else pop in as well. So
Absolutely.
maybe somebody will reach out during the day and say, "Hey, let me pop in tomorrow."
Right.
That'd be
right.
cool.
There you go.
That'd be great.
So, yeah, tomorrow I won't be here because I'll be doing that. Let's see. I'll be back Friday, man.
Okay, all right. And listen, if you need anything to do with buying or selling a house, just give me a call. I got you.
Absolutely.
I'm all over it. And we'll see you next time.
Later, everyone.